Loma made me wait 4 years to fight him. I'm upset. I don't like him. I want to beat him bad. I want to send him to retirement.
Good.
I do everything better. I hit harder, I'm faster, stronger, younger, more athletic, got more heart. There's nothing that he can do better than me. May 20th, watch me whoop on an amateur.
Devin Haney wants to dismantle Vasily Lomachenko. He says he's mad at Lomachenko, they're not friends, and he's not going to pretend to be. Ooh. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I am back with some more boxing. May 20th, undisputed. We will get to see. This is a long anticipated and, fight that could have happened much earlier than it is happening. Nonetheless, we're getting it right now. Top Rank ESPN, they put out the blood, sweat, and tears. And Devin Haney was talking spicy. He said what he had to say. He said, it's cool having a nice relationship. You hug, you shake hands, and you say, thank you, and then goes in there and beats you up. No, I'm different. We don't got to be friends. We're not friends. I don't care to have a relationship with Loma. I don't care to be his friend. I want to beat him bad. I'm mad at Lomachenko. We're not friends. He made me wait all this time for these belts. We're not cool. It's personal. And on May 20th, we put it all to rest. He says, Devin goes on to say, Lomachenko has never been an underdog. This is the first time that Loma is an underdog. This time he's not the champion. He's fighting a bigger guy, younger guy, stronger guy, and a faster guy. All the odds are stacked against him. And on May 20th, I will show the world why. He only has 2 losses, and in both of the 2 losses, he has an excuse. We want to put an end to his excuses and put the nail in the coffin of Mr. Lomachenko and send him on his way. Now, that last quote was from Bill Haney. So he's saying everything will be set. The Haneys are saying everything will now be settled in the ring May 20th. My thoughts, I love it. I love this energy from the Haneys. I'm from the Bay Area. They represent the Bay Area, and it's the Bay Area way. Very hard to be fake. It's very hard to front and act like, you're cool when you're not cool. And I can understand. Devin Haney called out Lomachenko when he was like 20 years old. And he did it in public. He did it on Twitter. He talked about it in interviews. He did it on DAZN, on the platform he was at that time. And nonetheless, he couldn't get the fight. Instead, what boxing did to answer Devin Haney was created the witness protection belt for Vasily Lomachenko and provided him cover and a back door to do whatever he wanted in that time and become a franchise champion and not fight Devin Haney. So I understand. Me, I'm a cool person, but I'm also petty. If I don't forget how you treated me, and I think that's kind of the same thing with Devin Haney. He has that angst and that built up tension and that resentment because he knows the boxing world really tried to play keep away from him. So I don't blame him one bit. I'm petty like that too. I don't want to be your friend. I don't want to, you try to play keep away and keep the belts from me and keep me from realizing a dream. And if you look at it, Devin Haney is not the first and he won't be the last fighter to kind of have this type of energy. Another person that kind of comes to mind for me is Errol Spence Jr. Errol Spence Jr., he looks like, even to a fault, he's going out of his way to not face Keith Thurman, even though the Terrence Crawford negotiations are taking forever and things like that. He's willing to pursue that, just not to give an opportunity to Keith Thurman. And this is kind of a repayment because Keith Thurman did similar to what Lomachenko did. You know what I mean? And Keith Thurman was the hot shot. He was the guy with 2 belts at a point in time in the welterweight division. And Errol Spence was the up-and-comer who didn't have the top names. He hadn't fought Kell Brook. He wanted the top guys, and he had been calling out the top guys like Keith Thurman. But Keith Thurman was constantly passing the buck and saying, go do this, go get a belt. You need to do this, work on this. And it was all the guys, Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, and Keith Thurman, they all were like overlooking Errol Spence when he first came up, not looking to give him a shot, even though Errol had this urban legend and his following behind him. And that's why you see Errol Spence not really messing with Keith Thurman, saying he's goofy and not really trying to fight him now because it's payback. Like Pac said, payback. I knew you from way back, right? Witnessed me strapped with Max, knew I wouldn't play that. And that's kind of what I'm seeing and sensing with Devin Haney. He feels a type of way because Lomachenko's team, they did everything to pass him off and overlook him. And then now he's the man, and the belt slipped out of Loma's hand in the Teofimo fight, slipped out of Teo's hands in the Kambosos fight. And then he fought the guy that beat the guy that beat the guy in Australia twice. And now he's feeling himself and feeling like the man. And he's trying to hold on to those titles. So May 20th, it goes down. Should be a good fight. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know how I did in this video. Best in the business, and I'm out.